Welcome back to AM Northwest. Do you try to juggle several tasks at one time, from talking on the phone while writing an email to cooking dinner while listening to a podcast? You might not be as good at multitasking as you think you are. Here to share problems with multitasking, along with ways to boost your focus and productivity, we welcome back motivational speaker George Carroll. Great to see you again.
Great to see you again.
What led you to look into this?
Well, in 2017, I took myself through a notification challenge. So I left my notification settings the way that they were.
On your phone, yeah.
On my phone. And I tick marked every single notification. At the end of the day, it was 279.
Wow.
So 279 times I, was interrupted and distracted. 279 times I switched tasks. So that was, and then some of the research we'll talk about today. Those were the eye-opening things for me to switch the way I approach my day.
Well, tell me about some of that research. What did you learn?
Yeah, so there's something called the switch cost. And so anytime we're working on something and we switch our attention to another task, that switch, our brain uses a ton of energy to filter out any irrelevant information from task A so we could fully focus on task B. And so that over the course of time, when we're task switching hundreds of times throughout the course of the day, it really drains the brain's energy. But long term, there's a couple of alarming things that we need to keep in mind. The first thing is it drops our IQ up to 15 points.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
Study at the University of London showed. And then the second most alarming thing is that brain scans, frequent multitaskers show less brain density in the anterior cingulate cortex, which is just the area of the brain responsible for empathy and emotional control. So how that might manifest in a day of multitasking throughout the course of the day is our brain is out of energy, and now we're quicker to anger, quicker to frustration, quicker to irritation.
Yeah.
And then we go home to our families and,
take it out on them.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I've got to believe, like, especially busy moms, busy dads, they're multitasking. They're trying to do several things at one time, make sure their kid is eating, make sure this is happening over here or that's happening over there.
Yeah, it's not something that we can completely eliminate, I don't believe, but it is something that I think we need to take control of and manage more effectively. And I mean, it can be, I was talking with Rebecca earlier, it can be a great skill, but it doesn't mean that it's good for your brain.
Right. Oh, and especially when we're driving. A lot of people think they're great at multitasking while they're driving and talking on the phone or taking notes.
Yeah, the data's out on that. That's not a good idea.
You have a test. You were going to put me through a test. Do you want to try that?
Let's do it. I'm going to put you through a multitasking test, and I'm going to time it. So on your board, you're going to see two lines.
You have a board here.
Yes.
Okay.
So when I say go, you're going to write task switching above the line.
Okay.
Quickly but legibly, and then you're going to drop below the line and just write 1 through 13, and then let me know when you're done.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Set, go.
Okay, task switching, and then you said 1
through 13.
Okay.
Done? Okay, so about 14 seconds. All right, so now let's do it again. The second time, you're going to task switch. So you're going to go T1, A2, S3, all the way through.
I wonder, okay. Still go?
Ready, go.
Okay. Oh, gee. Oh. I guess maybe I'm wrong here. Okay. Oh, wow. I'm messing up here. Yeah, okay. Where am I now? Okay. 10. Oh, I missed a number.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so 31 seconds the second time. So here's the revealing part of that is it's not any extra work. It's just your task switching. So a few things to keep in mind. Is task switching, it's less productive, as we've shown. It took you twice as long to do that.
Right.
Not only that, you're more prone to errors, which you've shown.
And then I was irritated.
And then you were irritated. And yeah, that's exactly right. Did you realize how hard your brain was working? And these are just letters and numbers,
Right.
Imagine the more complex tasks we're switching between throughout the course of the day.
Sure.
And we do that hundreds and hundreds of times a day, and it takes its toll.
Well, when you talked about like the notification idea of doing a notification test, I thought, when that phone dings and you hear, that you have a message, your mind goes, oh, I wonder if it's important. I wonder who it is.
A perfect point, yeah.
That's where your mind goes.
That's it.
So you say to silence notifications and then prioritize tasks.
Yeah, so silence notifications, because, I mean, if you're working on something and then boom, all of a sudden your phone makes a sound, we're conditioned to pick it up and look at it. And by definition, we're task switching just simply by moving our attention from one thing to another.
Right.
So at the, find the do not disturb mechanism on your phone, and if you can, put the phone in a different room, because there's a concept called random rewards that, in a casino, people will pull the slot over and over and over again. Every now and again, they'll get a little win, and it hooks them and it keeps them. Well, the same thing happens with our phone. Every now and again, we get a positive message or an email that makes us feel good. And so even if the phone is right there, not making any noise, our brain is thinking, maybe there's some random rewards. Let me check.
That's right.
And then if you look at the motion we do to refresh the screen on our phone, it kind of looks like a slot machine, doesn't it?
Oh, I get what you're saying.
So very interesting. So yeah, silence notifications, prioritize your tasks. So pick 2 high priority tasks that you're going to focus on in that day. And then the third piece is use the Pomodoro technique. So
Which is?
Pomodoro technique, pretty simple. So you set a 25-minute timer, you pick one of those tasks, and then you work on that task solely for 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break. And in that 5 minutes is a great time to check your email, check your messages, to kind of, ease the urge of that random reward. But you have to turn off the notifications in order for that to be effective.
Okay.
Yeah.
All good points, George. Carroll, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
All right, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest.